I got started at IMS here as an instructor a couple years back after I'd heard a couple of people I worked with were also instructors here. And after being in the industry of radio and sports phone and TV and play-by-play for as long as I have been, I figured that it would be a good thing to come on out. I had some free time, come on out and help out some of the people that want to be the next people involved in these kind of things, next people that hit the radio airwaves and also do play-by-play. So I thought it was a great idea and a great place to do it at. When I'm here, it's great because there's always somebody that has either heard me, has wanted to meet me, and once they meet me, I explain to them, okay, it wasn't that big a deal. But if I'm always here if you need help with developing what you're passionate about. And that's what most people come here for. They have a passion. They want to do something. They want to do radio play-by-play. They want to do sports talk. They want to do updates, whatever it may be. I love being here and helping them become better at what they're trying to work at. And it's great because the one thing about the students is they're really good at listening to criticisms. Once you get into the business, it's difficult because people all think that, okay, I've made it. But here at the school, everybody wants to get better. And that's one of the better things, and one of the things I really enjoy about it is they'll come and they'll say, how can I make this better? And I always tell them I'm going to be super critical of everything I tell them because that's the only way they're going to get better. And it's great because every student I've talked to enjoys that because they all want to get better. And that's one of the things I love about it. My name is Fred Hubner. I work at ESPN 1000 as a host and sports anchor. I am an instructor here at the Lombard campus of the Illinois Media School, and I am IMS.
I'm Ben Anderson, and I went to the Illinois Media School back in 2013. Had a great time while I was a student here, was able to get involved with a lot of different programs and opportunities, was able to win 4 awards while I was a student here, and that led the way to success and where I'm at now. I currently am able to work with students at the school, mentoring them on audio production, and I think the students right now are fantastic. They're phenomenal workers. They want to strive to do more than I wanted to, which is really impressive. And I like seeing that on a daily basis. I would describe the students as go-getters, and they're hungry for broadcasting. And that's the best way I can describe them. So I like seeing them every day. I like working with them every day. My name is Ben Anderson. I am promotions assistant for Cumulus Media out of Chicago, and I am production director for the Illinois Media School, and I am IMS.
I got started at IMS through a good friend of mine and a colleague at 670 The Score, Rick Camp, who knew I was an instructor at other universities and knew I was looking to get into a place with passionate students who know what they want to do. They know this is what they want to do for a living, and I have absolutely found that in my time here at IMS. The students are driven, they're passionate about broadcasting, radio, TV, internet, every asset of broadcasting they are completely passionate about, and it's very refreshing for me, having come from a university where students are obsessed with their general eds and other things that distract them from their major. These students here are here for one purpose and one purpose only, and that's to break into the broadcasting business, and it's some of the best and brightest young talent I've seen in my 16 years in the industry. My name is Jay Zawaski. I'm an executive producer for 670 The Score. I'm an instructor here at IMS, and I am IMS.
Well, I got started at IMS because I really had nothing going on for me. I didn't have a job. I wasn't in school, and I was just getting out of my other school. I knew I wanted to go into broadcasting, but I didn't want to spend too much time in college. I'd already spent about 4 years, and I was like, I really don't have that much time to just play around anymore. So I really wanted to get into the business, and I had a friend, and he went to the school, graduated, and I saw he was already in the business. And well, I got started at IMS because I really had nothing going on for me. I didn't have a job. I wasn't in school, and I was just getting out of my other school. I knew I wanted to go into broadcasting, but I didn't want to spend too much time in college. I'd already spent about 4 years, and I was like, I really don't have that much time to just play around anymore. So I really wanted to get into the business, and I had a friend, and he went to the school, graduated, and I saw he was already in the business, and everything was happening so quickly, and I went to him, I was like, hey, how did you get started? And he said, at the time, Illinois Center for Broadcasting, and I was like, all right. So I looked into it, went on a tour, and it changed my life. It really did. From the start, literally the first step I took into the place, you felt the energy in there, and so many positive vibes coming from everywhere, and that's just the first time you step into it. And then you get started into it, and you're learning from industry professionals, you're learning from some of the best to ever do it, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm sitting here in front of people that I grew up watching, and just going through that process, man, that whole year was the time of my life. I was super duper busy, but it was so much fun. Got an internship right away, was actually in a real radio station, and I saw my dreams coming true right before my eyes. And what's awesome is that I love the school so much, I couldn't leave. Graduated, and I'm still there now. I'm working with The Edge, theedgeonair.com at the Lombard.
Yeah. Got it. I know, but it's not. Not the first one. It's not loading. Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, I got
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is now the Illinois Media School. We've been an institution in the Chicagoland area now for 30 years. Because the broadcasting world is always changing, so are we. Not only are we teaching radio and television production, but now you can learn all aspects of the media industry, like web design. You can even specialize in TV or film, sports broadcasting, and even sales. No matter where you are in the Chicagoland area, we have a campus near you. The Illinois Media School. Be on TV, be on radio, beonair.com.
The Illinois Media School and the Chicago Cubs.
The radio and television broadcasting program. Let's welcome Mr. Kevin Andrew Brown. Jace Burns. Dan Dignan. Brittany McGee. Benjamin Meza, Marlon Morgan, John Newman, Richard Olivas. It's a shame he couldn't have any family here today. Stephen Ryan, Darian Sims, leave the space. Daniel Smith. Sorry, nobody showed for you too, Dan. Anthony Sparks. John Sundel. Alex Zoki. You're still on that side. Kyle Wagner. And Janice White. Now from the Advanced Sports Broadcasting Emphasis Program, please welcome Mr. William Clark. Mr. William Downing. Joseph Genova. Brett Gogol. Colin Michkowski. Julio Rosseo. Stephen Suffredin. Reginald Wells. Landon Woodards. Adam Klein. And TJ Oram, who's still on his way. Or just put it really low. And then to welcome everyone, just to introduce everybody up front as well. My name is Kelly Luby. I'm the Director of Admissions here at the school. And this whole big group of staff back here, starting in the back row, Miss Sarah Gettinger, our Financial Aid Officer. You all know her. Miss Emily Petty. Emily Petty, Administrator of all things. Donna Aburas in admissions. Francesca Muller, Director of Career Services, your new best friend. Mike Gonzalez, our IT guru. You either love him or hate him, depending on how these studios are acting. Smack in the middle, Mr. Imran Ali, our campus director. Kelly Luby, Director of Admissions. Mr. Sam Panyanovich, Instructor. Dave Zaslowski, Instructor. Joe DiGiacomo, Instructor. Scott Granke, Instructor. Whoa! Kelly Luby, Director of Admissions. And Tom Moroniak, Instructor. You guys, I'm so proud of you. And some of you guys in the Sports Emphasis program, this is going to feel very familiar because I always like to, not that I always say the same thing, but I always like to do a couple of things. And one is, first of all, let's give all of you graduates a huge round of applause for everything that you've done. And then let's take a moment to think about everybody in your life who had made adjustments, gave you encouragement, gave you advice, gave you support, people who are in this room, people who are not in this room, instructors, family members, friends, mentors, everybody that has played a role in your success to this point today. And let's hear it for those people. I just got to spend the better part of this afternoon talking to a lot of the Sports Emphasis students one-on-one, which I will continue to do, just hearing about their experiences in the program and with the core students and Emphasis. One of my absolute favorite things as the admissions person, I'm one of the first people that the students meet with when they come into the school. It's almost as if I've brought them into this world. I won't say that I can take you out, but here I am at graduation on your way out, done with classes. But really, it's not your way out. It's this is the start. You know, you've finished with your classes. Get a little eye contact over there. Move this plant. But you guys have finished your classes, but we still look forward to seeing you. You know, absolutely stay connected. Keep doing your shows. Stay connected with your instructors, with Francesca, of course. We do alumni events twice a year, and we want to continue the networking opportunities, the learning opportunities, provide you with the space that you guys need to create and fine-tune everything that you need to be successful. So do stay connected. But yeah, one of my favorite things is to hear the stories that you guys have about why you decided to come to the school, and then hear about your experiences into the school. Because it always sounds a little bit like a love story that somehow includes me, since I'm the one that brought you into the school. So for selfish reasons, I always enjoy that. But it's always an inspirational story too. You know, it's always something that it's always something that you're passionate about that brought you here, and that's exciting to me, because whenever anybody gets to hear it, they get to hear the things that you're passionate about, and it's inspiring to me to hear all of your stories, and then I get to share them with future students as well. So definitely continue to share your stories and share your successes, and share the new job placements that you have and things like that, because we're always excited to hear about them. So, all right, enough from me. Let's hear from some of our fantastic guest speakers, and I would love to start with the graduate speakers that we have for you guys today. We have students that chosen by staff, really, that we thought would best represent their class, you know, and people who would like to say a few words on behalf of their class. So starting with the September Nights group, I would like to welcome up front Mr. Jace Burns.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realize I was gonna go first, so I'm gonna grab my handy dandy notes here. And also, I was told that there is a time limit, and I don't want to bore you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and time myself in case I start to ramble.
You learned that in class, didn't you?
Yeah. 7 years ago. No, all right. Thank you so much, first of all, to the staff and anyone else who chose me to speak. It's really flattering, to say the least. And it's really a cool honor. I want to start off by just congratulating everyone that I am graduating with. So my class, September Nights, yeah, we did it. Congratulations to the day class as well. I was actually almost with you guys. It's a story I'll get into. And then congratulations to the Sports Emphasis program. I can't imagine how crazy it must be going through the regular stuff and then through an extra additional 6 months. So congrats to everybody. And also thank you to all the staff and teachers that showed up, took the time to be here today. And then to any family and everyone showed up to watch us come up and grab a piece of paper. It's very, very nice that you took the time to show up today. So with all that getting out of the way, this was the quickest 9 months of my life. And I can't stress that enough. I feel like it was just yesterday that I was in Kelly's office signing up for everything, or more so giving excuses as to why I wasn't sure if I should sign up at this point or a later date. And I'm gonna kind of real quick rehash a Facebook thing that I put. It was a picture of me and the guys I graduated with, and I just basically said that I couldn't believe it was over. But I also started to tell the story of when I first came. And when I was here, because of the timing I was here, even though I was thinking of doing day classes, I ended up going and participating in a night class for the first time around. Instantaneously felt like a good camaraderie, brothership with the group, and I had no idea why. It was like I just met these guys. And it was such a different age variety, kids that were younger than me, which I didn't expect, some definitely older, and it was amazing how we all were able to connect with no issues, it seemed like. And then plus Tilo, I wish he was here, shout out to Tilo, he's a phenomenal teacher to start with. He's one of the greatest teachers that I've ever had, and this is coming from someone who does not enjoy school whatsoever, at least until now, I guess. But it's also not entirely fair, I could really say that about any of the teachers here. So it just became so much easier. I already knew I was interested in this stuff, but it was so much easier to work with this material that is fresh and new to me when you have a very family-esque type feeling. So that was it just made it feel like a homey, I almost, not homey like the weird, like a home-y feeling. But it was nice. It felt like a new extension of my family. And the reason it resonated with me more is because ever since I've been wanting to do anything in this field, my mom has always pushed me a lot and been like, you need to find people that want to do this as well. You got to find a group of committed people that actually want to do it. And it was just like, well, I can't just like look online and be like, here, if you're interested, come do stuff with me. So this was perfect when I found out that I could come here and everything. And the only downside is that when you do finally find a group like this, and it's under these circumstances, you know that there's a time restraint. And once it starts to get towards the end of that, the panic and anxiety and nervousness starts to set in, because you just took all this time to build up really phenomenal relationship with students and teachers alike, and then all of a sudden it's over within a blink of an eye. You have no obligation to come here anymore, so there's not really a necessity to see anybody, so you don't know what's going to happen. And that's a huge worry and consideration on my end, and I know for sure that other kids in my class and just other students I've seen feel the same exact way. I think it'd almost be wrong not to. So with that being said, the number one lesson, if I could try to narrow it down to that I've taken away from here, is discipline. I've never heard that term thrown around more in my life, nor have I ever understood it more. You just gotta stay disciplined with it. Anyone who's ever gone and to be successful from here and come back either as a guest speaker or that I've just had the pleasure of speaking to, they always say about how they never stopped doing something, whether it was going out for job interviews or just continuously making more material to put on their YouTube page or social media, whatever. They were always building their content and trying to get more exposure for themselves. But it was a non-stop thing. You didn't turn around and say, well, what class project are you working on? Or, what course are you in right now? They're just doing this because they legitimately want to, and that's the fine line that separates the successful and non-successful. Is you could say that you want to do it all day long, but the proof is in the pudding. If you don't go ahead and actually do it, everyone's going to eventually see that. So I guess, if anything, and I'm saying this out loud, by the way, obviously not as just everyone else, myself included, I have to consistently remind myself every day to stay disciplined. It is not an easy thing. I think that's why people always say, if it was easy, everyone would do it. I feel like really that's what they're talking about. But this is key right here, is to stay motivated with it when there's no reason not to be. Nobody's pushing you anymore. You want to show your certificate and show how great of a job you did, that's amazing. But then it all comes to the follow-up question, well, what are you doing now? And that's where this lies. So I guess, if anything, I would just like to leave off with, not just to my fellow graduates, but I guess to anybody here, if that applies, with whatever that you would like to do with your life, how big or small it is to try your hardest to stay disciplined with it. It's not an easy task. It's never going to be easy. I think it's one of the few exceptions that the longer you do it, it still doesn't become easier, unlike most things. But it's necessary, and it makes us better as people, and it's all for the best. So I guess that's the key thing that I want to leave on, is just test everyone to stay disciplined, including myself. And again, one more time, congratulations. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to me. I'm really, really honored that I got a chance to come up and speak in front of you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. If you want me to make any special rules for you, you have to be here every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to work on projects, we'll do that. I'll make you sign something.
But then I'd be cheating.
All right.
Take away the discipline part.
Oh, right. Okay. Self-discipline.
I appreciate that, though.
Write a contract for yourself. To Jace. Love Jace. Yeah, very good. Very good point. So we do have 2 more students that are going to speak, but one of them, having transportation issues, is running late. So I'm going to go straight to the group from the Sports Emphasis class, and please welcome up here Mr. William Downing.
Thank you all for coming here today. Graduates, congratulations. Stop staring at me. My name is Bill Downing. The class journey started way back in November. We all headed out to the Sears Center in Hoffman Estates. Got to bring on board the newest NBA D-League team, the Windy City Bulls. We really had no idea what we were doing. The instructors did, but we had no idea. And when the instructors mentioned a grind, That's exactly what it was. Day in, day out, long hours, be there at 10 o'clock, some 10:30, some 2:30, depending when you when we showed up. But we got the job done, and we were the best production in the NBA D League, and we were run by students, and that's because of the instructors that we had. And congratulations to all of us that did that, and we made the NBA D League pretty proud of what we did, day in and day out. The classes, the internships, the drives, our own personal lives, a lot of twists that we have to do, a lot of sacrifices we have to make. Be here, do that, change our lives around just to make sure that we make ends meet. Very, very important. I couldn't have done this if it wasn't for some very special people in my life. My wife, Kelly, thank you for all the support and long hours and many sacrifices you've made for this point. I thank you. I love you. To my children that that I left behind in Michigan. I thank you for understanding. We don't get to see each other as much, but the classes and the distances, everything that I've done, things will get better here in the long run, I promise. To my mom, I thank you for all your support through all the years, 48 years of pure hell that I put you through. I appreciate everything. You're an amazing woman, and I'm proud to call you my mom. To all my friends and family, I thank you all for the support during this time. The fact that you all taken the time out to listen, watch, and come out to the events that I was involved in, I can't thank you enough. I'm very blessed. I want to give some shout outs to some very special people. My classmates, especially, the ones that we grinded this out from day one to this point. Joe, Brett, Colin, a.k.a. Panda, Jamie, Julio, congratulations. Newlywed, congratulations. Steve, Reginald Wells, Illinois Media School. Landon, Big Will, Adam, and TJ. Thank you, congratulations. I hope to continue the friendships with everyone as we start this chase to live our dreams. Thank you to the staff here at IMS and the instructors and graduating assistants that have made this dream possible and for pushing us all toward greatness. The ones that, if you've had a chance to watch our documentary, one of the people that we interviewed said that people have put their hands on us, great people put their hands on us to make to this point. We couldn't have done this without the support of our instructors that came in and day out. Dave, Sam, Joe, Pete, Ryan, Evan, Josh, thank you so much for your time. Graduation is a celebration, a time to look back on lessons learned, adventures shared, bright moments with special meanings. Graduation is a farewell, a time to say goodbye to old friends, the good times you have known, a time for packing away memories, treasures for tomorrow. Graduation is a beginning, a time for looking forward, a time to set new goals, to dream new ideas, to try your wings and see what may lie beyond. I thank you all for coming out tonight. Apologize for my emotions. Congratulations to the graduates here in front of me, and may all your dreams come true. Thank you very much.
Bill Downing. Don't ever apologize for your emotions, Bill. Fabulous. All right, I noticed some people in the halls too, so if you guys want to, if you can hear me, if you want to file in, I see one seat back there. If anybody feels like standing, stand up, give up your seat. So it's a full house. All right, so next we're going to hear from some of the fabulous instructors that you guys have talked about and that you've had through this program. So first, from our core program, an amazing video instructor who may reveal that he also attended IMS, Mr. Tom Moroniak.
Yeah. I might keep it to myself.
All right, so I'll start off by revealing that yes, in fact, I am also a graduate of this core program, and to be in front of this microphone, in front of all of you tonight, as an instructor, as a member of this staff, is nothing short of surreal. And I'm going to tell you right now that it is nothing through the determination, hard work, and just willpower that each and every one of you have carried with you through this entire course that put me in this position right now, and it's possible for each and every one of you to walk a very similar path by maintaining that discipline on a day-to-day basis. You think you worked hard during all of these courses? I'm telling you what, when you walk into these full-time positions, it's only going to get harder. You're going to want to continue to push yourself to the next level every single day. Your courses are over, we're no longer grading you, but I'm telling you what, your bosses will continue to grade you every single day, and there is another graduate on your heels looking for your position. Don't ever stop chasing your dream. Don't ever stop working as hard as you can to make sure that it becomes your own, because I am here to tell you it is very possible. Right now I'm the production supervisor for Trinity Broadcasting Network, WWTO-TV, out of Aurora, Illinois. I am in charge of one of the stations that's a part of the world's largest Christian television network, and this is the first job that I've carried since I was a graduate. To me, that's nothing short of incredible, and I thank God for my position and for this school, this staff, because a lot of the staff members that are here today were actually here while I was in school, and it's because of them and their instruction that I'm here, that you're there, and you're about to walk into a career that you just hold passion for. Hold on to that passion. Don't ever let it go. Each one of you is going to become an expert at your own specific discipline by doing one thing: pursuing your dreams. Never, ever stop pursuing your dreams, because you can hold those dreams in your hands, hold them tight once you've got them, never let them go, and never forget to look back behind you and thank the people that are literally right behind you right now, that stood behind you through this entire journey. Your friends and your family and your loved ones, whether they're here or not. Thank them every day. They're grateful for you, and you should be grateful for them. I want to congratulate every single one of you for the graduation that you're actually going through right now. It's an accomplishment that you should all be very proud of. I'm proud of you. Give yourselves a round of applause. There's not much else I can say other than you guys are about to take the journey of a lifetime. If you thought it was fun to be in school, doing the kind of cool things that we do, the sports emphasis program, the core program, just wait until you get out here in the field. It's nothing short of amazing to see it come to fruition, to have that dream come from a vision to a reality in front of you every single day. You are going to look back on this day and every day that led up to it, and you're just going to smile. I promise you. If you never let go of those dreams, that smile is going to be ear to ear on a daily basis. Congratulations, everybody.
Tom Moroniak. Next, another fabulous video guru instructor from our core program. I think every single one of you guys at some point has come into contact with, or his plastic multicolored fingers, Mr. Scott Granke.
You had to bring him up.
You mean this? Congratulations, Sports Emphasis, August and September, day and night classes. With the Sports Emphasis, even though I was not directly your teacher, it was very nice to see some familiar faces, some new faces, and of course to get to work with you all again at times when we intersected, mostly in the video editing room, but you know, even in the studio, always fun to work with you and to get to see you progress. And actually, again, even though I wasn't at the Sears Center, that just to hear the stories and to knowing the type of program that you were doing. It was really exciting to see, even from the sidelines. August, September, you guys nearly escaped me. Nearly, but not quite. You almost made it out of here without me getting to directly teach you. So when the opportunity came up to teach both classes, I jumped at it. Even though it meant 6 weeks of working day and night, which is not an easy schedule to work, but I would not have given that up for anything, because I really wanted to work with both of your classes. And I'm very grateful that I got to work with both of you directly. It was a really rewarding experience to see you learn the material and pull together as a very efficient team. What I want to leave all these classes with is the thought of, many times I've talked about getting the job, and while that's a very valid topic, I want to talk about once you're in the job, when you land that first job. The things that impress me when you are students are the same things that will impress your boss once you land that job. And there are 3 major points that I want to make. The first one is, the first impression you make on me is, are you there? Not when class starts, are you waiting in the room before class starts? Okay? That is the first impression that you make on me. With your bosses, make certain you're not just scurrying into work on time, but that you are there regularly, at least 15 minutes before time. You have to trust me on this. That is a critical impression that you're going to make. The second impression that you make on me is attention to detail. And by attention to detail, I'm really talking all-encompassing about everything. So attention to detail is everything from making certain there's no spelling mistakes on your resume, okay? Making certain in your demos that all your levels are correct. It really is every little detail pertaining to your work. Know how to wrap cables correctly, okay? With your videos, making certain that everything is in the right format. You don't have to enter the job knowing everything, and don't think that you do. And don't pretend that you know things that you don't, okay? If you go in and you say, I know a whole bunch of stuff and you really don't know it, they're going to find that out soon enough. It's okay to not know everything. But once they start to teach you, you have to pay critical attention to everything that you are told. Because if they tell you, deliver this in one way, and you don't deliver it in that way, that's going to start to make marks in their head against you, okay? So constantly, attention to every single detail in your job. The last thing that makes a real big impression on me is who you are when things don't go right. Because it's easy to work on a project when everything's going swimmingly, right? But when things fall apart, who you are speaks volumes to me, and it will speak volumes to your employer. Do not be the person who throws their hands up and just says, oh, this isn't working, and then sits there and does nothing. Be the person that's quick and comes up with solutions that meets the deadline despite things not going right. That's going to be the person who stays in a job, and that's going to be the person who advances in a job. I want to wish everyone luck, and more than luck. I want to wish you all self-determination to get that job and to keep that job. Live long and prosper.
Scott Cranky, everybody. Boy, is that true about when things aren't working swimmingly. It's a big character reveal sometimes. All right, so up next is one of our fabulous sports emphasis instructors. This is the guy. This is the guy that not only taught video here on campus, but during all of the Windy City Bulls games, he was your director, production director, Mr. Joe DiGiacomo.
All right, where do I begin with you guys? Want them on? On top of that? All right. No, this was the look. This was the look all year. First thing, congratulations to the core students. Good job getting through that, and hope I see you down the road in the sports emphasis program at some point. I think I speak for Dave and Sam when I say we're welcome to you. So, to begin with, you guys, when I first did this in November, I think the first day Pete and Imran and I talked about this, we kind of went in not really knowing how it was going to shake out with everybody because it was a full-out 19 to 21 person crew on a TV broadcast that would normally be filled by professionals in the industry. So I think we went in a little nervous, to say the least, but I think we figured out right away that you guys were going to do a great job, and you did. So congratulations on that. From day one, when we were practicing wrapping cables, I think Scott can attest to this. He's been out in the field, and you know, when you learn how to wrap that first cable, for those of you who didn't know how to do it, I think you feel a sense of accomplishment. All right, as easy as that sounds. And then you go into production, and then you go into being on air, doing the games, calling the games, and we crushed it. We really did. We had market improvement from day 1 to day 24. And when you go into this thinking 24 games is not a lot, it ends up being a lot. 6 months later, right? And the struggles that we had just getting you guys there, all right, dealing with me on a daily basis, dealing with my phone calls at 10:01. 10:02, 10:03, 10:04, because God forbid anybody was early, like Scott mentioned. 9:45 was when I really wanted you there, when I said crew call was 10. And how many times do we have to go over that, right? So I went over that a lot, but I went in blind. I've been in the field for a long time, since 2010, being in the field. I was in radio from 1999 to 2007, and let me just tell you, for a group of students doing this for the first time in a live production, you guys learned a whole heck of a lot faster than a lot of professionals I work with in the field that we have to train along the way. So congratulations on that. I'll leave you with just a few reminders moving forward. All right, I'm in the freelance industry now as a producer, director, videographer, whatever. And the one thing I learned the most is never say no to a job, all right? Only say no to a job if you have another job lined up, right? Those are the two big things. And I'll second what Scott said. Always be on time. Always be on time. And on time is what? 15 early, 15 minutes early, all right. And you guys will do great in the field. Will, Reggie, Bill, Steve, Landon, Kleiner back there. I know you're young in the group, right? You're the youngest of the group, right? Julio, who's about ready to do good things. Bill's about ready to do great things. Joe, Colin, Brett's already doing great things. Will, besides driving that bus, man, I know you're gonna be on the air somewhere. You guys are gonna crush it. Still keep coming back here and practicing, right? Because the practice makes perfect, but perfect practice makes perfect, right? So keep practicing. Congratulations, and I know I will see you guys down the road. And to the core students, keep working hard. The best is yet to come. All right? Congrats.
Joe DiGiacomo. Yakima. Okay, and I clap. All right, and next, also from the Sports Emphasis program, one of the instructors that was with you guys every day in class, Mr. Dave Zaslowski.
Whew. First, I'm a little surprised to see that some of you actually have hair. This is the first time I'm seeing some of these guys without hats on their head. And some of them in their pajamas, so it's nice to see that everybody cleans up very nice. You know, and for the people that are not part of this Emphasis program, just to give you a quick background, the Windy City Bulls are owned by the Chicago Bulls. And these guys walked in, they hadn't even been in class yet, and they walked in and started producing professional sports on TV. So, you know, to you guys, I still think about that. I'm like, man, what? They had done nothing, and they walked into the Sears Center and started producing a team that's owned by the Reinsdorfs.
Thanks, Imran.
So if for the people in the core program, if you guys are thinking about doing this, whether it's in the winter with the Bulls or in the summer with the South Bend Cubs, this is an experience that, frankly, you're not getting at any other school. So it's really a unique experience. Enough about that. In this very spot, like this TV here was almost in this very spot the day of the first class, and I remember almost all 10 of you shaking in your boots when Sam and I had you standing up here talking to just the room. There was nobody in here. The little divider was pulled. It was a very small room. And here we are today. You guys are all grown-ups now. It's, you know, now, seriously, finding a job needs to become your job. I know you guys all have jobs, but finding a job needs to become your job. Some of you have had the opportunity to be, whether it's on video production shoots or at radio stations, and see how things work out in the real world, and you really got a taste of that here by doing this. And to know that you guys were shaking in your boots, standing in just about this spot, and here you are today having done a 30-minute documentary as your final exam. Unbelievable. You guys are awesome. I had a ton of fun. I've been doing this for a long time, and this was about the most fun that I've had the last 6 years we had this class, right? It's a lot of fun. To the parents and family that's here, these guys really put their noses down and worked really hard. So you should know that when they said they were coming here every day, they were here. And we rode them tough because it ain't easy. You know, it ain't easy out there. This business is changing every single day. And you got to keep coming here, keep using this place. Even the core students, if you're not coming to the Emphasis class, they don't change the lock. You can still get in here. And just keep using this place. It may take you a little while to find a job, but you can continue to work on your skills here. There's a lot of studios in this building, and you just keep practicing and practicing and practicing. And take a second, all the graduates, look around at the other people in here who are your classmates. Because in about an hour, they're all your competition. So, never burn a bridge. Use your contacts in this business. Maybe Maybe Sam will help you get a job one day. No pressure. No pressure. But I had a lot of fun doing this. I echo what the other instructors have said. You know, it's like Tom Coughlin. If you're on time, you're late. So be here early, work hard, and it's going to pay off. You guys saw what it took to put that Windy City Bulls production together. As much as you grumbled, you know, 9:30 every morning, knowing you were going to be in that building till 11 o'clock at night. It's tough work, but it's really rewarding. So congratulations to everybody, and don't forget about me when I'm looking for a job one day. When I come knocking on your door looking to get hired. Congratulations, everybody.
That's so true. Broadcasting is changing constantly, every day, all the time, and you guys are the future of it, and that's the most exciting part. Jerry, and there should be a seat up all the way in the corner there. Darian, do you want to just come straight up front here? Yeah, sure. All right, come on. All right, this is the graduate from September days that we've been waiting for. We can start the ceremony now, everybody. We talked about the importance of punctuality, and this guy has nailed it. Mr. Darian Sims.
Wow, good evening, good afternoon. Y'all knew the champ was gonna be here, man, come on. In case you're wondering, this is my shtick I do. I go by Darian Sims, but of course I got 100 names. You know, P. Diddy say, if you got a name, you don't like it, change it, then change it again. So I'm Darian America, the United States champion of justice, fixing America's issues one state at a time. So, you don't mind, I'm gonna put my championship belt down and talk to you about some incredible people that I had a chance to, Whew, boy, 294, 355, all them good, wonderful expressways in Chicago. All right. All right, so check it out, man. I had an incredible opportunity to get to know just some quality people. And when I first started, I mean, I chose to come here because, number one, in order for you to do anything in life, you have to want to do it first. And I'm coming from the south side of Chicago, 79th and Cottage Grove, so if I was gonna be here, I was gonna be here. And if I wasn't, I wasn't. So I made it a point to continue to come here. And coming here, I met some incredible, awesome people. So I hope you don't mind. I made a couple notes. So classmates, I had a couple things to say about you. When I look at my class, I look at them as a human body. And everybody has a piece. We all had an intricate, that's a pretty good word there, an intricate role in continuing to get to this level. So we started off, it was 15, and some people weren't able to continue, and that's okay when they're ready. I look at it like that. But as I look at my classmates, my peers, I look at Rich. Is Rich in here? Where's Rich? There's my man. Rich, man, wow. Dude, I wanted to start with you first because I remember one of the first things the instructor said to me, or said to us, was you're gonna grow and you'll see just how good you become from where you started. And when I look at my classmates, the one person who changed more than anybody was Val Cash. I mean, man, when I first saw Rich, I mean, it's like giving the keys of the kingdom to a kid. But I would trust my keys with Rich because that young man grew from 19 years old. I used to look at him as I would come here. He always beat me here. He was consistent and thorough. And when I look at him, I'm like, wow, he reminds me so much of a little guy that I see on a daily, my own son. So Rich, when I say to you, man, you're gonna have a career in this. And from where you started to where you are now, I am so impressed. Bro, it's been a pleasure working with you. You keep it up, man. You're gonna continue. You're gonna be great in this industry. You only 19? Bro, I wish I was 19 with your consistency. Because when I was 19, I was a jock and just going to school because they told me to. You're supposed to be here. So it's a pleasure being I call you the conscience of our class, because your innocence is so pure because you said some outrageous stuff, man. I mean, Rich would say something, you like, dude. But it was so great because he really didn't know, but once he learned, he flourished. So I'm so proud of you, and I'm proud to call you classmate and peer. So keep up the good work, man. All right. Now they told me I got to do this in 5 minutes, but I'm telling them I done paid enough tuition. So, you know, it's always the late dude want to do what he want to do, right? So, the next person I want to talk to, I call him the pulse of our class. And that's my man, Dan Diggy Dignant. Where you at, Dan? What's up? Dan is awesome, man. He's one of the most quick-witted people. I mean, Dan could take a situation and he'll give you like a 2-word or one-liner, and it makes sense, and you'll stop for a minute and you'll be like, wow, that dude is funny, but insightful. I mean, real quick, a story about Dan and myself, and actually, Mar 7, I'm gonna get to you. I know he's out, I see him, okay. We had a project to do where we had to do like a news story. Now, I never thought about this, that we're entering the media. Who likes the media? Nobody likes the media. You turn on the TV, I mean, whether it's Donald Trump and we all arguing about Trump or we're arguing about LeVar Ball or whoever, nobody likes the media. So you got myself, Marlon, and Dan trying to invade a shopping mall with some cameras. So we go in the mall, you got these giant cameras, and what it is, these two big brothers, myself and Marlon and Dan, we walking in and security racing toward us. Can I help you? Hey, we just want some footage, man. Well, no, you can't take footage in here. So me, Dan, and Marlon, we say, look, we got to get this assignment done. So I pull out my cell phone, I'm getting footage, and I'm walking around trying to hide the camera, you know, and people are like, why is this big black guy walking around with this camera looking at me? Like, just stand still and take the picture. I'm not going to take nothing from you. Just take it. So we had to get an interview. And this is where I saw the spark in Dan, because I had a chance to see the person who laid the spark. And when he labeled the video that we did, he labeled her name, the interview that we were doing, that's Diggy's mom. Diggy's mom, are you here? Dude, tell Diggy's mom that she is absolutely awesome. She made our assignment, and I had one question I was going to ask her. Where do she actually hide the peanut butter? Because Dan says that a lot. Mom had the peanut butter. I'm like, where does mom have the peanut butter? They like, dude, what are you talking about? It's a hockey term. I don't play hockey, but Dan used it a lot. I loved it, so I'm stealing it, and I'm going to incorporate it some kind of way. So, awesome, man. You are the pulse of our class. You kept us going when we had those down periods where we felt like we weren't getting things done. Dan hit you with a quick joke, and it made my day a lot, bro. So, great job, man. Thank you. All right, y'all. I got a few to work through. I'm trying to keep the schedule. I'm trying. The next guy that I call the backbone of our class, Alex Zoki. Alex, where you at, man? There's my man. Hey, absolutely. Alex, fun-loving style, but the one, I call him the backbone because he's consistent. You know, your backbone is always supposed to go up and down the back of your body, and even when you get old, it may curve, but it's still supposed to be strong. It's gonna be there. That's Alex Zoki. The man learned from the first moment I met him, it was a spark in him, but I could see the wheels turning. And when you talk to Alex, the wheels are always turning, even when he's taking it easy. So he definitely is one that made our class move. And we went from 15 to 10 to 6 to 8. Alex was the one strong enough when we had a couple classmates that would show up a couple weeks later, a month later, and they would jump right into an assignment. Alex said, hey man, how do I know you're gonna be here every day? Yes, well, I'll be here, man, I promise. Alex said, okay, well, I'll believe it when I see it. And for him as a young man to challenge a peer, and it wasn't aggressive, it wasn't in malice intent, it was the fact that we had assignments to do, and he wanted to get them done, and done well. And I say, when I look at a person to challenge me and push me to be better, it was Alex Zoki, the backbone of our class. So, great job, Alex. Thank you, man. All one more thing about Alex I wanted to say, man, with my video, you helped me realize a life dream, so thank you for that. And it's because of you I actually signed up to do the Empahsis program. Because I wanted to do about maybe a little more, about 6 more months, about learning the TriCaster since you wouldn't get off of it and let us learn it, so. You're absolutely right, sir, and I'm glad you did it versus me, or we'll be looking at some bad assignments, I'm just saying. All right, so the next person I want to talk about, I call him the soul of our class. Now you think the dude walking in with the big heavyweight championship belt, he may think he the soul, right? No, no, no. Jack Newman, where you at, Jack? Woo. Yes, sir. I call him Jack Bauer because he actually reminds me of Kiefer Sutherland. Well, if Kiefer Sutherland, if Kiefer Sutherland and Kevin Costner had a love child, I mean, when I tell you, I think I'm a cool guy, but that dude is cool as the other side of the pillow, man. Jack is awesome. And if you've never spoke to Jack, whether you talk to him or not, you just sit back and you'll catch something from him because he exudes information. I mean, Jack can tell you how to go play Wall Street. He can tell you how to throw a curveball. Jack is awesome, man. And even though he chose his moments to be here, I'm challenging you, man, but I saw his son, so you need to be working to get all the money you can to feed that boy, because he's a big dude, and I'm not going to say nothing mean about you, because I need a head start if he's in the room. Great, man. It was a pleasure, Jack. You are awesome, dude, and I'm looking forward to doing an Empahsis program with you. That's our soul right there. All right. One of my favorite people, man, and I got to give him time. This is my brother like no other, brother from another mother, Kevin Brown. Where you at, KB? That dude there. Even though this isn't a part of the body, or I haven't figured out what part of the body to call it, KB, I would call him the agitator. And that's necessarily not a bad thing, because KB is, I mean, look at him. He's a big kid, but he's a grown man, but a big kid. And when you see him, you see fun. Fun just comes out of his spirit, man. And if nothing else, Kevin Brown gonna have fun. If he don't like it, he's gonna walk away, but he's gonna come back. He's gonna make it fun, man. And being around Kevin, his efforts are effortless. I know that sounds funny, but he's a guy that is gonna have a radio career because he do it in his sleep, man. I think Kevin, when he roll over, WGCI, I believe it, man. You're gonna be there, bro. Very proud of you. Everything that we did together, every effort that you made, it pushed me. And even when we challenged each other, because we can't talk about sports, because, Kevin get a little passionate and I get a little passionate, but he was actually right. And I was trying to argue with him. And you can't argue with somebody who's right. So, man, it's been a pleasure being in class with you. I'm very proud of you, bro. You keep it up, okay? All right, moving along. Oh, yeah, one of my favorites. I mean, everybody's my favorite, but this is absolutely one of my favorites. And if I had to give him a body part, he is the voice of our class. And you know who I'm talking about. I affectionately refer to him as Ben Sanity. Where's Mesa? There he is. If you haven't heard Ben talk, Ben is like Barry White and Bob Costner rolled into one. Bob Costner's my bad. Very great diction. I mean, walks with an upright stance, back is up. I mean, we would be doing readings and Ben is sitting there just perfectly astute, but cracking up and telling jokes, but dude, that is awesome. I loved every minute of it. Quick story about Ben. We had to do what's called a VSOT, and I'm not about to explain it because the professionals are here and they've already told me, and I don't want to say it wrong because if I say it wrong, I don't want to offend them. So, but we had to do what's called a VSOT. It's basically a video montage or whatever. So we did this video. I did a Star Wars story, May the 4th Be With You, and it was a mashup between the Star Wars stars and Smash Mouth, the song All Star. So we put it on the screen, and I'm rushing to get it done, so I thought I screwed up somewhere. So Ben goes to read, and this big boisterous Ben, and then he just started cracking up out of nowhere. I'm like, man, what's wrong? Did I spell something wrong? And the dude was tickled by just the Star Wars people singing Smash Mouth. And I'm like, you know what? For us to be so serious trying to hit these deadlines, he found just the simplest thing to make him laugh, which made us laugh, which took the edge off. You need that, man. And when I hear his voice, it makes me feel like September Days is represented well. So, Ben, whatever it is you're doing with this industry, man, you're going to be successful.
Thanks to yourself.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Let me see. We moving. I want to get my notes. I don't want to miss nobody. All right. I did see one other person that I wanted to speak about. And I saw her. Where's Miss Janice at? Janice, you in here? Wow. Please give her a round of applause, y'all. When I say an individual that wants to be here, this woman survived so many different medical ailments, but she kept on coming back when she could. And you know, when we're sitting in class, and I mean, it is what it is. We're all competitors once we leave this room today. We're going to be competing for the same jobs. She may have come across as one of maybe not the strongest students, but when she did her work, man, it was done, and it was done well. And I will tell you this. We have to do a demo where we basically presenting this to the world. I kept Janice on my demo. We did an assignment in class where people were kind of thinking maybe she's not going to deliver because she's not here, but it's not that she didn't want to be. The mom was sick. But she came, and she did a tremendous job. And her and I working together, the class was stunned. They thought Miss Janice wasn't going to deliver. Janice, any day, I will take you on my side. And I thank you for your efforts. You did the best you could with what you were dealt with, and you don't ever have to worry about Darian turning his back on you. If I can help you, I will. Because number one, she's a woman, and she was carrying this heavy equipment. Come on, man, that equipment bigger than her. The least I can do is try to lighten your load while you do your job. So, sweetheart, thank you for coming to class, doing what you did. I appreciate you, and I do love you. I love all my classmates, but I love you specifically. I wanted you to know that. So, did I miss anybody from September Days? I'm trying to look, man. I didn't know who was going to show up. Oh, wait, best for last. Come on, man. Yes, sir. Let me stretch. Okay. Mar 7. This guy, wow. He is specializing in something that probably, as I look across the room, I bet he may be the only one in here outside of Al Cash that know exactly what he's talking about with this industry. E-gaming. Bro, it is an incredible option. I wish I could do it, but I'm going to live vicariously through you, because whatever it is you're trying to do with that, man, because of your passion, and we watched you go from Marlon had some issues, he may not have been able to make it, to this man lives in this building. He be in this building more than I do. I come in to do my show, Marlon in the booth. I'm like, Marlon, what you doing? Oh, I'm just doing what I do, D-Silk, okay. I leave my show, Marlon's still in the booth. I come back the next day, Marlon taking his pajamas off, getting dressed. Man, your dedication is impeccable. And whatever it is you're doing with that e-gaming, please keep me posted, because if I can get a piece of that, I know I ain't played a video game in a long time, but I'll figure it out. You are incredible, bro. Keep up the good work. You did some great work with us, man. I was proud to work with you, and you showed me something that I didn't know about. So, excellent, man. All right. Whew. So, in closing, I do have a couple notes, and I went past my 5 minutes, but I said my tuition, so. Things that I live by, and if I had to label myself, and of course I'm not going to be so bold to label myself too big, but I tried to be the spirit of this class. The reason I wanted to be the spirit is because you lead by example. I'm not going to ask you to do anything I'm not willing to do myself. If I can't do it and I can't figure out how to do it, how do I expect you to do it? Unless you already know. But something that I live by, my everyday life, the first thing that I do, or that I don't do, I don't make excuses. Excuses are the tools of incompetence used to build monuments of nothingness. Those who dwell in them seldom succeed. I don't make excuses. If I can't do something, I'll tell you that I can't, but chances are it ain't nothing I can't do. But I won't make an excuse about it. I'm late today. I was late because the traffic was bad. I didn't leave early enough. But I was still coming. By any means, I was going to get here. Now, I'm making an excuse. I apologize for being late, but I'm here, and I'm not going to give you an excuse. And I hope that you don't make excuses in your daily lives. The next thing I lived by was somebody has to be the best, so it might as well be me. Not that I set out to tell you I'm better than you, But when I walk through the doors every day, I'm going to give you my honest to God best effort by any means. And if I don't succeed, at least I tried, because that beats a failure every time. So somebody has to be the best. It might as well be you. The last thing that I wanted to mention, that this is something that, and it really reminded me a lot of Janice. When I was playing baseball, I was scouted by this old scout. His name was Arthur Dude Burns. He would ask me, every time he saw me from 6th grade all the way up to high school going into college, he'd say, Sims, how you gonna get home from here? I'm like, well, it's, we're at Hyde Park, my home stadium, so I'm gonna take the 28 and Stony Island bus, I'm gonna go down to 79th, catch 79th Street, ride it over to Cottage Grove, walk from Cottage Grove. He said, okay, how else? I said, well, I could take the 6th and Jeffrey, go over to 79th and Jeffrey, catch the 79th Street, ride on over. He said, okay, how else? Well, I could take the 63rd Street bus, take it to Cottage Grove, walk, He said, how else? I said, well, I could walk, how else? I might call my mom. He said, how else? I don't know, dude, how else I'm gonna get home? In order for you to get home, you gotta wanna get there first. So anything we do in life, if you're gonna pull it off successfully, you have to want to do it, because if you don't wanna do it yet, you ain't gonna go home. You're not gonna go anywhere you don't want to go. So in closing, to the staff, thank you all for providing us this opportunity. This is probably the first place I ever felt like, and this is funny coming from me, I felt like I belonged here. And when I say that, I can fit in anywhere, but to come in this building with people who are trying to do the same things I do and looking at the creativity, and nobody judges you, whether it's a good creation or bad creation, you're creating and they appreciate it. I needed that, because in my regular world, you got this big 6'2", 300-pound guy walking around singing karaoke tunes. Everybody don't get that. But I could come here and do a concert in the middle of this building if I wanted to, and nobody would look at me none the wiser. They would say, hey, Darren, if that's what you want to do, have fun, do it the best you can. So to this staff, you put us in such positions where we can be successful and gave us opportunities where we can do things we probably never thought we would do. I mean, hey, I did a wrestling shoot, and for 8 hours, you would think I held a camera. I held a cord. For 8 hours, I was behind my cameraman with a cord, following him everywhere he went, and he ran over Alberto Del Rio and almost got us jumped on. But the point is, nothing's too big, nothing's too small. If you want to do it, by God, please do it, because this life is too short, it's not guaranteed. And as I close, when I end my shows, it made me feel good to be able to say this every time, because it may come a day when I can't say this. I want to say, God bless you, I love you, and we done. Thank you.
D-Silk, everybody. That was quite an entrance. I'd agree with Spirit. I was going to go with adrenaline, but I can see how you'd be Spirit. All right. Now that you've heard from all of the students so far that are speaking on behalf of each of the graduating classes, we have one more instructor for you guys, another one of our sports emphasis instructors who is here with the students each day. Darian's going to be one of your students next week.
Oh boy.
Mr. Sam Padjanovich.
I'll do my best to follow the Reverend Sims. And I promise I'll make it quick because the diplomas are getting cold. This is my first time ever teaching a class. Now, I've spoken at IMS, I've spoken at University of Illinois, I've done some speeches over the course of my life since I started out of college in 2012, but this was something that was completely new. How would you like to instruct? And I'm running through the list of names and I'm thinking, oh boy, what are you getting yourself into? And then I walk in and I see these mugs. Can you guys all stand up, first of all? Will you please all stand up? This is the first and last time they dressed up for class. Very proud of all you guys. Round of applause. You may be seated. I'll tell a quick story about my first day. I was coming from Tribune Tower downtown, and
I was reaching for my bag in my trunk, and I swear, and Kelly will vouch, the right cheek in my jeans ripped. Like, I'm talking this big. So I'm on my way to my first class ever with a hole in the ass of my jeans. And I have to teach 10, 11, 12 students how to be professional with the Grand Canyon in my right back pocket. So I scrambled. I'm nervous. I don't know what I'm going to do. I find a sport coat hanging in the back, and I put the coat over, and I'm like, I pulled a fast one. Until after class, Kelly said, "You know you have a hole in your back, right?" Because every time I would turn to write on the board. So that was my first impression on the class. But you've all made impressions on me, from the excuses early to the I can't do it, to all that BS. We waited that out early. Dogs stopped beating their homework real quick in our class, didn't they? We would take a grown black man with a family and pair him with a 19-year-old white man, and they would have to do a radio show together. Talk about two people from two completely different walks of life, but we challenge you every day. And we didn't make it about us. It wasn't about Dave or Joe or myself. It was about you. And this was a workshop for creation. They came in every day, and we created. It was a television reel. It was a play-by-play demo. It was a sports package like television. We challenge you all every day. And you rose to the occasion, and here you are. And some of you have jobs already. Some of you got jobs when you were still in the class. So to see that work pay off is extremely, extremely satisfying. And you'll always be with me. And I'll share one more story before I go. Mr. Wells. We had a Skype guest. So picture there's a guest on this screen taking questions from the crowd. And, you know, Brett has a question, Julio has a question. They just ask the question. Reggie, I swear to God, stands up and says, "Reginald Wells, Illinois Media School." And the man on the screen is like, what in the world is he doing? And we still laugh about that. You came full attention on that. That was incredible. I didn't know. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep creating every day. Try and do something. Whether you write, whether you're talking to a recorder, whether you call play-by-play with the TV off, keep creating. Keep trying to get better, and keep chasing your dreams. It's been a fun ride. You guys will always be with me in my first class. Thank you.
The hole was like from his belt down to like mid-thigh. It was more than a hole. It was like half his pants were gone. Yes. Yeah, we're next. Oh, is there a Tilo video?
There is.
You guys, there's a Tilo video. We have a little treat for you guys, primarily in the core program now. You do both of them back to back, right? You can do both.
One Tilo is on YouTube, the other is on DVD.
Okay.
So there will be a slight pause between.
All right. How many of you guys had Tilo for class, for your first class? All right. This one's for you.
Well, it's on YouTube already?
We'll send you the link. Tony Lopez was the very first evening instructor that these guys had. So the very first instructor that the evening students had. Hey, Will, can you reach the lights up here?
All right, here we go.
September nights is Tilo, and I'm sorry I'm not there. Please forgive me. Couldn't make it today, but I want to congratulate you guys. You guys are amazing. From the beginning to the end, you guys have progressed so much. Even in the middle, there were some bumps in the road, but I've seen you guys come through, work together, and it was amazing to see the talent this class has, and not only that, the creativity and your work ethic. I think that you guys really are going to be successful in this industry. Because this industry requires you to work extremely harsh. Like any industry, but it's a step further. You have to be networking with people. You guys know how I taught you your first day of class. You guys have to be networking. You have to be contacting with people, communicating with people, working together. And I also told you guys that when you graduate, it is really important you guys stick together, especially in the beginning, because you never know who can refer you that job, who can help you out in a certain situation, help you out on a project. You never know. And even further, but the point is that you guys stick together and help each other out. I had the pleasure of teaching you for the first day of class. You guys were awesome. I really appreciate the experience I had with you guys those first 6 weeks. And now you're pros. I mean, let's face it, you're pros now. You guys are gonna be doing this in the real world now, in the industry. So I'm very proud of you guys. I'm gonna leave you with the quote, my favorite quote of all time, and it just speaks volumes, and it goes like this: is you have to want to be successful as much as you want to breathe. I'm serious. You got to. So make sure you make that happen. Congratulations one more time. But I'm done. Enough of the formalities, enough of this professional banter. Now, I got something for you guys. Let's do this. As I told you, how do you feel about the Cubs winning the World Series?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, good. Huh? You like that? Look, I got this shirt right here. I got this other shirt right here. Pick the price. I put it on.
And what did it say? And what did it say?
World Series for the first time in years.
And what did it
Sorry.
And what did it say?
He was making fun of me.
It's okay.
Never happened since Chicago come from the playoffs back in 2003 when the Cubs were actually 30 games over 500. 7 prospects right now in the MLB. They can really be in the majors right now. But we don't know yet because the thing is that when you put them all together, there's no way you can one-on-one contest on the court. I'm sorry. That's all I'm saying. Seriously.
Send the link.
Oh, God. In my stomach. I also have a professional voice that will knock you off your feet, and I know how to present it. But I also can do this. If I see you in the hall, that makes me want to let you go. It's okay with me because I don't care who you are, and even if you hit the ball like you were stupid. Back to you, Kelly and Emron.
So that is already on YouTube for you guys?
Yes.
I don't know. That Dan one was pretty on point.
Was 6 minutes? Yeah.
Okay.
6 minutes?
It's 9.
Okay.
I was gonna say, yeah. I'm
There's a lot of
curious to hear
students.
There's a lot, yeah.
That's the rap he did on my Snapchat.
Volume will be louder on
Pull me in
this.
this
Might
room,
even be
he's
too
like,
loud, but we'll see.
We'll work it out. All right, for the next 9 minutes, please enjoy another treat of your work.
I didn't have any of your content. All right, here we go.
We're making a whole new one for you guys.
What brought me here?
What brought me here, I would say, is just my passion for sports. I mean, I had some help with my friends. Always telling me since I was in grade school, you know, you got to be an announcer. You know so much about sports.
I came because I really got tired of doing a lot of gen eds at the junior college I was at. I kind of just needed a break, and I really wanted to get back into the video field. I wanted to better myself when it comes to video editing because, you know, I got a lot of equipment, and some equipment I don't know how to use, so I just really wanted to change in my life.
In high school, I was in an academy where I learned a lot of stuff about film and editing, and I wanted to expand that into radio and more film and editing.
So I could learn the equipment and become a cameraman, so I could like film in movies and TV shows and travel a little bit.
I've looked at other schools and locations, see what their broadcasting program presents to me, and IMS gave me the best opportunity to fully focus on broadcasting and other aspects of the industry.
Well, actually, I heard a lot of commercials on the radio, and I listen to a lot of sports radio, and I constantly disagree with what I hear on sports radio, and I decided that I could come here and try to it's either put up or shut up.
What brought me to IMS? Driving, listening to ESPN Radio 1000 every day, hearing Jonathan and Fred Hubner, the commercial for IMS, it made me think that I could take my business to the next level. I feel like I've been working in a sense in radio because I'm DJing, but I wanted to get it to that next level.
So I have a good career and a good job now currently, but I'm not fulfilled. I wake up every day and I kind of drag my feet as I go into work, and money's great, but that's not all there is to life. So I wanted to pursue something that I'm interested in and that I really want to do.
Well, I was working in a warehouse as a supervisor for 2 or 3 years, and I thought that I wanted to keep moving up the ranks and become a manager and work in that corporate world for the rest of my life. And I realized very quickly, maybe almost too late though, that that's not what I wanted to do. And I started looking around at things I was interested in and things that I thought I could excel at, and radio and broadcasting and television was definitely one of the things that I was interested in and thought I could be good at.
Well, I just decided I wanted to do something different. Even if it's behind the camera, I just wanted to, I would love to work for the score or, one of those, just be on air or behind the scenes or whatever. It doesn't matter. I want to go to a job that I love to go to, and I love this stuff. So.
Well, one day I was playing on my computer and I was looking for a health club. And out of the right corner of my eye, this media school advertisement, it popped up. And I'm like, oh, so maybe I should try this, and it said apply.
Funny enough, I ended up hearing about the school just for looking online because I wanted to get into broadcasting. So I called up the one downtown, went over there, did the whole run through. Everything was nice out there, but at the same time I was in the transition of moving from the city to the burbs. So then when I came out here, I ended up checking the whole place out. The very same day I came out here, I signed up, I walked in class, ended up listening to a speaker that was here at the time, and yeah, that pretty much started me on the path here.
I was doing a lot of seeing a lot of social issues on my Snapchat. I was always speaking on them, and everybody kept kind of sending me messages on Snapchat saying you should try to get into radio or TV or in a broadcasting field. So I hit up IMS, and Miss Kelly Luby called me back, and we set up the interview, and here I am.
Every day I would listen to ESPN 1000 and listen to the on-air personalities and just feel inspired, and they brought happiness to my position where I was at. And after hearing a couple commercials on air for the Illinois Media School, I thought, I have a voice. I've always followed sports. I want to get into this. What can I do about it?
When I heard what the curriculum was and what they do in the school, it just seemed like everything was right up my alley. By all means, it's exactly what I'm interested in. I love everything that we've done here so far. I look forward to everything that we're going to be doing. And it's very much just within the field of what I want to, have a career in.
Good evening and welcome to IMS News.
Welcome to IMS News.
Good afternoon and welcome to IMS News.
Welcome to IMS Sports Newscast. I'm Rudy Soto, and with me on this crazy draft night is Tony Guzman.
I am Jace Burns, and with me is Stephen Ryan.
I'm the Macho Man, Randy Savage. With me is Darian America.
I'm Kevin Brown, and with me is Jack Newman.
Beast mode is back. Running back Marshawn Lynch has signed a 2-year contract with his hometown Oakland Raiders worth $9 million in base salary.
University of Illinois at Springfield professors announced they were going on strike after failing to reach a new contract Monday night.
In a Senate hearing, the former acting Attorney General Sally Yates testified alongside former Director of National Intelligence James Clapper.
The Cleveland Browns held the first overall pick in the 2017 NFL Draft that is currently taking place in Philadelphia, and with that pick, they have selected Myles Garrett.
Boeing, the giant airplane manufacturer, has warned employees that on Monday, they plan to do another round of involuntary layoffs.
According to Kendrick Perkins, Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant spoke to each other a few weeks ago, just after Westbrook eclipsed Oscar Robertson's triple-double record.
Over 10 million men and women in America are the victims of domestic abuse every year.
My name's John Doe, and I actually have no idea why I'm on camera or why I'm here right now.
Hi, my name is Brian Tan. My friends like Kyle call me Bri Tan or Britain.
My name's Joel. I'm Kyle's brother.
When a seatbelt is used, it prevents death 45% of the time.
Good morning, class. Hope you're all feeling bubbly today. We're gonna have a pop quiz, but first, take some attendance. Coca-Cola. Nice of you to show up. Peter Pepsi.
I was here on time today, Professor Parched. I'm the better one, right?
No one likes a suck-up.
I'll drink your entire family.
Man, did you see those 3 girls? We gotta go talk to them.
I'm out on the block today. Everything is cool, shit been going my way. Looking at the women as they all walking by. I caught the finest one peeping out the corner of my eyes. I stepped to her and said, what's your name? She smiled at me, asked me what was my game. I said, no, I'm just trying to get next to you. She slid me the number and she said, cool.
Yo, time to pick up on my slack. Lately I'm losing my way. Ay, losing myself in the track. Feeling reality fade. Yeah, more than a lot on my back. Issues I'm trying to shake. Oh, swear that I'm ready to snap. Wondering what is the best way to act.
The very first time that I saw your brown eyes, your lips said hello and I said hi.
Great job, way to do it, and keep it going.
Just don't ever give up. Keep the faith. Keep pushing. This is your world to conquer, and you're gonna get it, man. I know it's been hard, but you will achieve everything that you have decided to do. So I'm glad I had a chance to tell it to you earlier, so when you see this again, you believe what I said. So
We made it. As for myself, this is the first goal that's happening this month. Be ready for the next one, and she's gonna say yes.
Congratulations. Keep saying yes to everything. It seems to be what gets people places, and good luck.
Well, you finally followed through with something in a school format, because there wasn't a lot of writing.
Good job, you did it. You did something well for once. Thanks to all the classmates for being bros. Hope to see you guys in the future.
Hey, you, person. Yeah, you graduated. You have my face. First of all, I still look better than you. Second of all, remember why you did this. For your legacy, for your heart, for your greatness. Thank you for graduating.
Great job, man. I hope you gave Sarah all the checks on time, and seeing as you're at this graduation, I'm guessing you did. It's a good job.
Thank God you made this decision.
Peace.
Will the lights. Now that you've all had a chance to speak at graduation, let's give some diplomas out. Mr. Imran Ali, everybody. He doesn't get to talk, though. First, let's do some awards. He's just a pretty face.
That's all I am.
All right. Wait, are these ones we want to give out first? Doesn't matter what order.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks for joining us in that decision. Okay, so first, this is an award that we give out just so you guys have a little bit of perspective for the core students. As they're going through the program, they need to get 160 studio hours. So as they go through, they get credit for doing things outside of class that is them working in industry-related things. So 160 is what they're supposed to get. Some people went above that. This person from the September Nights group with the most studio hours, combined studio and internship hours, with 229.5 total studio hours, Mr. Jace Burns. Photo op here, Jace.
Was I covering it? Yeah.
Oh. And for the highest studio hours from the September Day group with, again, 160, that's the goal, with 347 total studio hours and an on-campus apartment, Marlon Morgan.
You know, every Friday, I close the campus, and every Friday I find Marlon in the booth that we're going to name Marlon's booth now. Studio for us. And I have to knock on the door. Hey Marlon, I'm closing up. Okay, and then Marlon disappears, and I don't know where he goes. Into the rafters.
I hide in the closet. When everything's quiet, go back in the studio.
Good job, guys. Okay, and there's another award that we like to give out. Not a lot of people get this, but from the September Days group, this one is for perfect attendance. Every single day that you had class, you were here for class, even if you had the flu. So this award goes to Mr. Richard Olivas. That's one, and we have one student from the sports emphasis student who also had perfect, flawless, 100% attendance, Mr. Bill Downing.
You can keep that. Thank you.
All right, and then this next award, we have three of them. One for the September Days group, one for the September Nights group, and one for the sports broadcasting group. All of you who completed your graduation checklists did a survey for me, and one of the pages in the survey was, who would you nominate out of your classmates to win this award? It's the Outstanding Broadcast Student Award. So the really neat and unique thing about this one is that you're voted by your peers for winning this award. So the things that students said about this particular person from the September Days group is that he's reliable, and he's great attendance, and he's always punctual, and that he's always willing to help, and that he shows greatness in everything that he does. And that award goes to Mr. Alex Zoki.
I'm making it my mission to get him to stop dipping. and he put one in right before he came up here. Thank you.
All right, and another same award for the outstanding broadcast student for the night group. This is somebody also with great attendance and consistently across the board among classmates. We heard about this person's absolute passion in the sports industry specifically and in broadcasting. Somebody who was always reliable for his classmates and really stood out, Mr. Stephen Ryan.
A little bit.
And finally, the outstanding broadcast student for the sports emphasis program. And this was a crazy one because there were some of you, more than one of you, that wrote multiple answers because you guys love each other so much. And so it was, this was one that was always consistent. And this was somebody who actually wasn't in our core program when he first started and came straight into sports broadcasting from a different background. And he really shined, and I think he showed all of his classmates that he was always up for a challenge and always handled everything professionally and had great attendance and showed great work. This award goes to Julio Roseo. Woo!
You won the award. You have to kiss babies. Yeah.
Excellent job, you guys. Diploma time. Do we still have Pomp and Circumstance up? We can be playing the graduation. This is going to come in the same order that you guys walked in, if you guys can remember the alphabetical order. Just come up when I say your name. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that for you, Stephen. Oh, as Imran is now showing, modeling to each of you, when you open your diploma cover, you'll see a diploma cover filler. Hashtag I am IMS. Your diplomas will still be given to you today by Emily. We just didn't want to give anybody the wrong diploma.
Which we've done in the past.
Yeah, we've done that one. So you get to put them in yourself. We're not the strongest with the alphabet, okay? Yes, perfect. Thanks, Fran. So, from first our core radio and television broadcasting program, Mr. Kevin Andrew Brown. Pause for picture, smile at Fran. Next, Mr. Jace Burns. And you guys will notice in true mannequin form, if you look at these pictures later on Facebook, Imran's going to look identical in every single picture. Dan Dignan. Miss Brittany McGee. Benjamin the Voice Meza. Marlon Morgan. All right. John Jack Newman. Richard Olivas. Darian W. Sims Jr. Daniel Smith. John Sundel. Alex Zoki. The backbone. Kyle Wagner. And Miss Janice White. Still with the 3-inch heels. Let's hear it for the September Core program. Now for the advanced sports broadcasting students, we have the same red diploma covers, and inside, #IMIMS. You'll get your diplomas from Emily today. First up, Mr. William D. Clark.
Rolling up his chin.
Mr. William Downing. Joseph Genova.
Tell him what the G stands for.
Brett Gogol. Colin Michkowski. Julio Rosell. Julio!
You get a new belt, Julio.
Steve Suffredin. Reginald Wells, Illinois Media School.
Eddie's.
but certainly not least, Mr. Adam Klein.
Back with one big
All right, let's hear it for Sports Emphasis students. Graduates. All right, and by the way, I think I saw tears in all of the Emphasis students' eyes. They were laughing, right? Like happy laughing tears, but I knew you guys would all cry. I now pronounce you Illinois Media School, Radio and TV Broadcasting, and Sports Broadcasting Emphasis graduates 2017. Woo! Before everybody leaves, we want to get a few group shots up front, so if at least the classes can stick around. You bring bubbles for everybody, Mesa? We want to at least get a group shots of each of you guys for classes, so we're going to wheel the podium out of the way and stick around for that. Once we get each class shot, family and friends, you guys are more than welcome to come up and take individual pictures, make a pyramid, whatever you want. So congratulations, guys. Let's do it.
I came to Illinois Media School because I want to give back to the current students. It's something that really means a lot to me as an instructor, as a mentor, because I've been in this business for over 20 years, so it meant a lot to me to be able to come back and just teach some of the tricks of the trade to the students here at Illinois Media School. I've enjoyed my time tremendously here because I'm able to speak one-on-one with the students, having that personal touch, telling them about some of the pitfalls of the business, some of the positives of the business as well. I think that after 20 years of doing this, it means a lot that I can be able to lend my expertise and talk about some of the things I had to go through, so that way they're not frustrated, so they feel like, hey, you know what, someone's listening to my problems. So I definitely want to do that. I love the students here at Illinois Media School, and the reason why is because you can see the desire in their eyes. You can tell that they really want to take it to the next level. I admire what they're doing because in this particular era of broadcasting, they have so many things they could do. It could be radio, it could be television, it could be web design, they could do so many different things. So I'm so happy that they had the opportunity to do it, because I didn't have an Illinois Media School when I was coming up. I had to go to a 2 or 4 year college to try to get a career started in the business. But Illinois Media School is so terrific that students can be able to get it done in 1 year. Job placement assistance, the financial aid for those who qualify is just terrific. I'm Jonathan Hood from SiriusXM NBA Radio and ESPN Radio from the Illinois Media School campus in Lombard, and I am IMS.